Now, you might have heard of a little movie called Jurassic Park, which started this whole fascination in the popular culture with dinosaurs. Well, maybe it didn't start it, but it definitely helped a lot. And there's been obviously the new movies and lots of expansions into the world and all that since. The latest one is Jurassic World Evolution. It's not exactly a new concept for a Jurassic Park game. We had Jurassic Park Operation Genesis many years ago, but it is the first to do it in the modern era, and it's the first to really offer a lot of those park management skills that come with the territory. So I brought along, I don't know, resident, I don't want to say dinosaur file because it makes it sound weird.
Dinosaur expert.
Expert makes, and it doesn't matter. Jody's here to talk about dinosaurs specifically, but I guess in a more focused sense, Jurassic World Evolution. Now, you've seen obviously all the movies, you read the books,
everything.
You're a weirdo, it's fine. Like
it's not weird to have a passion
for dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's support groups for that. But I guess, how do you think the game fits into the world, into the larger, Jurassic World Park lexicon?
Yeah, so I think it's really interesting because obviously in the game it involves all 5 of the Devil Islands. Yep. So people familiar with the series will know Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna. Yep. So Isla Nublar is where Jurassic Park, Jurassic World and Jurassic World 2 are based in. Isla Sorna involves Jurassic Park 2 and Jurassic Park 3.
The ones that people pretend don't exist.
The ones that people don't pretend exist. We never talk about Spinosaurus. And so it's interesting how the game works with the different islands. So each island has a different gimmick to it. Yes. So you've got Isla Nublar is your sandbox island. Isla
Costa Manaforta.
It's kind of like
it's your beginner. That's your starter island. Yeah. So each one it brings its own set of problems.
Yeah, that's right.
That actually seems to be pretty consistent with how the islands fit into the fact that they all exist, the fact that there's an overarching story including people like literally the voice of Jeff Goldblum.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it seems like they've tried to actually tie it back into the lexicon.
Absolutely. So the interesting thing about this game is that if you don't know anything about the story, you can enjoy the gameplay and really enjoy it like a normal sort of Zoo Tycoon game.
Yeah.
But the really good parts about it are actually understanding the characters. So in the way that the game is built, you really only need to know Jurassic Park and then Jurassic World. You don't even need to know Jurassic World 2, but go see it, it's good. But basically understanding who is Henry Wu, why is he such a dark character, what's the deal with Ian Malcolm. If you want to know more about Ian Malcolm, I definitely recommend watching Jurassic Park 2. It adds a lot more to his character, but you can get a better idea of what's happening. But the core themes around the Jurassic Park series are actually inbuilt into the game, which is really cool. So you've got anything can go wrong. Yep. So life will find a way, etc., etc.
The usual means.
So you know, as part of it, you've got your security, but dinosaurs might break your fences. Yep. If you can run out of money. Yep. And people can sabotage you.
And it's about balancing those motivations of the story as well as and the gameplay itself is very standard tycoon-y. Instead of building roller coasters, and these guys I think made Planet Coaster before this, Frontier Games or whatever they're called. Instead of having that, you have different dinosaurs that have different levels of population, stress. They need a certain amount of social. Like you can't have more than 3 Ceratosaurus in a pen or they'll fight each other, which. Sometimes that's an objective that you have to fulfill. And so to drive that forward, they have these missions and these objectives that you have to accomplish. And so that kind of works for that. And if you did want to just sandbox, once you've unlocked Isla Nublar, you can just sandbox to your heart's content. But all of the content is hidden behind the story. And they do a decent job of tying the story to it. The biggest issue is, and you saw this from the stream meeting, the finicky little stuff like, terrain constraints. The worst word you can see in this whole game is the word terrain constraints. I lift the ground, I drop it doesn't matter. It doesn't help. And there are lots of tiny little things that are annoying, like having to search 3 menus deep for particular information. It's just realistically quality of life things. Otherwise, the game itself is pretty solid.
And also, obviously, those on PC might find it easier to move the buildings into the right position, whereas on console, it was kind of like, it's slightly off. So if you're all about symmetry, it'll annoy you. Yes. But I mean, this game offers so much, and the different little missions that you get, they actually offer interesting stuff. So sometimes they'll actually ask you to let loose one of your dinosaurs in the park. And so
just
you can watch
test
your security and you can see all the people run and scream. Or if you'd like...
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at that?
People dying.
That's fine, it's fine. But so you basically run your own... And all of those things drive it really well. The game... It's really fun. I enjoyed my time with it, but it is one of those games that you can either take super serious and tie it to the story and get that fulfillment out of it, or just sit there and relax and play with dinosaurs. And both those, I think, are really valid options for what is a pretty good game.
Yeah.